little bit about some other endeavors that I've done in the past. Tyler mentioned one about the, and not all of these have been very successful at all. I learned the hard way in business, the flak jacket was one of those incidences where I was lying with broken ribs in the locker room, or in the Methodist hospital, and I see this guy stick his head through the door, and he says, "Are you Mr. Pastorini?" I said, "Yes, I am." And he comes walking in, and he's carrying a bag, and he's got a buddy of his carrying a baseball bat. And I'm thinking, this guy's never ran to the game. He's going to pummel me to death and carry me out of here. And I'm trying to reach the buzzer to get the nurse in here to save me. And I couldn't even do that. So he takes this piece out of his bag and he holds it up to his ribs, and his buddy bangs it with 3 Mickey Mantle swipes, and the guy doesn't even blink. I said, "You know what, I'd like to have one of those." He said, "Great." The next thing, he runs out of the room. The next thing I see him 2 days later at the practice field, he comes in with a Navy SEAL life vest, which is very thin. It's got a series of air pockets with a Kevlar plastic thing over it, which I cinched up, and I actually wore it and played with it against Miami. Well, make a long story short, I was supposed to have 10% of that company. And every high school, every college, and every pro team within 2 years wore that equipment. He came out with a line of equipment. Everybody wore that equipment. I pretty much saved the lives of a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL. I never saw it dime once. So, you know, your friends in business sometimes aren't always what my dad used to. If my dad shook your hand, you know, it was good as gold. And I was raised with that premise, and I like to believe that there is still that humanity out there today in the workforce. But like Tyler said, I'm learning the hard way. I want to read you a little story. A friend of mine sent me this the other day, and I have to share this with you. A man in a hot air balloon realized he was lost. He reduced altitude and spotted a woman below. He descended a bit more and shouted, "Excuse me, can you help? I promised a friend I would meet him an hour ago, but I don't know where I am." The woman below replied, "You're in a hot air balloon hovering approximately 30 feet above the ground. You're between 40 and 41 degrees north latitude and 50 and 60 degrees west longitude. You must be an engineer," said the balloonist. "I am," replied the woman. "How did you know?" "Well, everything you told me is technically correct, but I have no idea what to make of your information. In fact is, I'm still lost. Frankly, you've not been much help so far." To that, the woman responded, "You must be a manager." He says, "I am," replied the balloonist. He said, "How did you know?" She said, "Well, you don't know where you are and where you're going. You've been risen to where you are due to a large quantity of hot air. You made a promise which you have no idea how to keep, and you expect people beneath you to solve your problems. The fact is, you're exactly in the same position you were before we met, but now somehow it's my fault."